Okay, well, I'm noting that my houseplants have done better this winter than, like, since November. After November 8th, I think it was, a lot of the interior spraying stopped, or whatever it is. It didn't know that it stopped. There was other stuff that came in, but the chemicals and the sides, the herbicides or whatever, quit coming in because there wasn't that chemically odor, and my plants started growing. So from November until now, my plants have grown more than the entire time since November of 2011 when I moved in here until November of 2017. So in 6 years, they did not grow as much, as well, as healthy, and as normal as they have in the last 6 months. And in the summer of 2017, after the spraying on May 19th, 2017, it left bruises. Like, I was all swollen, and I put my glasses on my face, and right here where my glasses rest, my reading glasses rest on my bridge of my nose, this bruise came and it spread. And I was like, oh my God. And I put on the stuff that heals bruises, and it kind of pretty much, it went away. It wasn't like black and blue. And I put my glasses on again a few hours later, hours later. And then again, so I just was like, holy crap. I was going around showing like my counselors, I was like, look at all my bruising. Showing people, look at this bruising. It's from being sprayed like a bug in my house, like a cockroach. So anyway, my plants have been doing good since November. And I'm making this because I just was watering them, and I noticed that a couple of them, especially my philodendron and then my Christmas cactus, the parts that were aimed towards the window, like the philodendron's leaves, they're starting to get like this instead of like perky, and then the edges were curled in. So yes, it needed water. No, it wasn't that desperate for water, and the other leaves are not looking like that. And that plant, yeah, after May, it got so dead and so sick because where it was hanging was one of the entry points. And when I went outside, like, because there's a gap and like this where the ceiling goes, like one ceiling panel and another ceiling panel, and then where that gap was, when I went to the outside of the window and I looked from outside that trailer, there's these rafter boards and then other board. So like right underneath that rafter that goes where that gap is, there's a cut. And same another, and into those gaps come these, pesticide. Ooh, stuff that comes in that gap will make you throw up. And so that plant was not making it. I mean, I thought it was gonna die, and I didn't want it to die because I got the original start from someone that's already dead. And so I was like, So I made cuttings. That was the first time that I made cuttings, and they're all doing pretty good. But yeah, so I already was kind of wondering, weirded out, concerned and worried and unhappy. Especially since I just made a video where I was like, oh yeah, the word lonely, and I'm like, I'm fine because I got fish and my dog and my plants. And so of course they already have been attacking my dog since he's a puppy with chemicals, attacking my plants. I think shit gets put in on my fish sometimes when I'm gone. And then when I came home from my walk yesterday, my door didn't look like anybody had been inside the house. Like, the strings were still, and the pins and everything were exactly where they were supposed to be, in exactly the position they were supposed to be, but the stick wasn't in the right position. And so what it looked like was maybe the door had been open, because you can open it it's like about as much as a chain. It's about that far, without having to undo the strings and stuff, which are single-use door charms. That's what I call them, disposables. Well, anyway, so It looked, and it had a smell, a funny smell, and I was like, ugh, looks like somebody just kind of probably stood here. And there was numerous people driving by me while I was out walking, so that would make me figure probably they're, keeping an eye on me, making sure I'm far enough away from the house that they can do their other members can do their little weird and freaky things on my property without me seeing them, because it doesn't matter if anyone else sees them, because all these people pretty much, I think, not all, I mean, some were here to start with, but a number of them got moved in after I moved here. And the ones that were already here were already white trash gangbangers, which apparently it's like porn. It's so gross. Because I was like, what if I would have grown up somewhere else? Would I have been normal? I don't know. Fucking horrified, but at least I know why everybody looks mutated. Not everybody, there are some nice looking people here and being mean. So, yeah. So yesterday I did come home and felt like, and had noticed some stuff. And there was the argument or the dismissal of Officer Zim earlier in the day, so that always will bring retaliation. And then today I noticed that a couple of my plants, well, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of my plants, don't know if the garlic counts or not because I haven't ever tried growing garlic, so I don't know what it's supposed to look like at any given stage, but 3 of my plants really look damaged today. They really look damaged, and yesterday it seemed to me as though someone had opened the door but not actually entered the unit. So the only reason I can think of for them to open the door would to be insert some kind of dust or some kind of chemical spray. And it did smell like chemicals, and I didn't see any extra dust. So that's what I think. Now I'm going back to coffee.